service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC News and Jib Jab Greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. The AccuWeather forecast is right on top on this and all CNC local news pages. We're coming up on 1 week since the Newtown school shootings in Connecticut. In Orleans County, the Holly Central School District will be operating Friday in lockout mode because of what the district's webpage describes as a potential threat to our school. In a note to parents, Superintendent Robert DeAngelo said information has been brought to the district's attention by students and staff regarding some sort of threat for December 21st. He says calls and emails from parents have come in. He says the district has investigated and spoken with staff and students and law enforcement. He says all threats are taken seriously. Security measures are being put in place as a result for the day and for after-school events. Operating in lockout means students and staff can go about their daily business inside the building, but all doors will be locked, and police officers will be at the main entrances of the schools to check everyone in or out. The home basketball game scheduled for Friday night in Holly has been switched to an away game. All activities on the district's campus will be monitored. The Holly schools are also investigating a bomb threat written on a bathroom wall at the Holly Middle and High School building on Wednesday. The district says this appears to be unconnected to the earlier rumors. They'll prosecute the person responsible. The building had to be evacuated while police checked to make sure there wasn't actually a bomb. We are aware of similar rumors in the Greece Central School District, but apparently nothing behind them. Eastman Kodak has filed notice with the Securities and Exchange Commission. It's completed a series of agreements to sell its library of digital patents. Kodak will get about $525 million, selling the digital imaging patents to Intellectual Ventures and RPX Corporation. That's a consortium of Google, LG, and HTC. Intellectual Ventures and RPX also have the backing of Apple and Microsoft. All of these are key players in the cell phone industry. They were all interested in the Kodak patents because they cover the way cell phone cameras take, store, and send digital pictures. There are 12 licensees in all, and they include Facebook, Fujifilm, Adobe, Amazon, Research in Motion, and Shutterfly. They all have license to use the Kodak digital imaging and certain other patents. Some of these companies have been involved in patent disputes with Kodak. This settles all of them. The good news for Kodak is that $525 million satisfies the company's agreement with a group of its creditors for a package of new loans and refinancing of old debts. It's an $830 million financing deal. It's the money Kodak management says will fund its reorganization and emergence from its year of bankruptcy sometime in the first half of 2013. This deal is still subject to approval by the U.S. Bankruptcy Court. Kodak CEO Antonio Perez calls it another major milestone toward successful emergence. There's a lot of major business news. New York State has announced the second round of economic development funding through Governor Cuomo's regional economic development councils. A substantial amount of that money will be coming to Rochester and the Finger Lakes. Governor Cuomo announced $738 million for Round 2 of the Regional Economic Development Council initiative. Rochester and Finger Lakes area projects will get more than $96 million of that money, much of it going into partnerships involving the University of Rochester and the Rochester Institute of Technology.
We're not going to bring New York back to where it was. We are going to bring New York to a level it's never been.
Monroe County Executive Maggie Brooks, who's a member of the Finger Lakes Economic Development Council, said one of the projects was designated a best plan by the state. In all, 76 projects are being funded across the region. Some of the highlights: $5 million will go for Health Science Center for Computational Innovation. That's a partnership between the University of Rochester and IBM, making this region a leading center for the use of high-performance computing in revolutionizing healthcare. $5 million will go for the recently completed Rochester Institute of Technology Golisano Institute of Sustainability for sustainability in product development and manufacturing. $2 million will go for a fund to help start-up businesses in the 9 Finger Lakes counties. $4 million for adaptive reuse of the Midtown Tower into mixed commercial, office, and residential space in downtown Rochester, and $4 million to complete College Town, the mixed-use development located adjacent to the University of Rochester campus along Mount Hope Avenue. The College Town is a comprehensive redevelopment of 16 acres in the city into a new neighborhood, a mixed-use development that's a gateway to both the city and the university. Monroe County Executive Maggie Brooks says United Airlines, Southwest, and Delta have all signed new airline airport use and lease agreements to operate at the Greater Rochester International Airport through the end of 2015. Brooks officially authorized the agreement this week. She says it will help create jobs and grow Monroe County's economy while building upon the airport's standing as Rochester's gateway to the world. In addition to the three already signing with the ROC, U.S. Airways, American Eagle, and JetBlue all say they're going to sign the agreement as well. Former Greece Police Chief Merritt Ron has been released from state prison, where he was serving time for falsifying a background check for a disgraced former officer and for trying to cover up another officer's involvement in a hit-and-run crash on 390. Ron was released Wednesday from the Hudson Correctional Facility after serving 28 months of a 5-year sentence. He'll be under community supervision until July of 2015.
Read all about it! In the world just around the corner!
Should Friday's forecast turn out to be 8,000 degrees and incandescent gas, it'll probably be 6,300 degrees or so north of the Thruway, a little bit cooler close to Lake Ontario. But should this happen, should the people in the know board the giant space arcs and head out for the new world, well, it's been great knowing you. The rest of us, and probably the Mayans included, will finish our Christmas shopping and get on with things. To the left of this player window are links to these and other stories, and at the bottom links you can use to post us your end-of-the-world updates or any of that stuff that's going on for December 21st. We're a community news resource, so we want to see your business and wedding announcements, birth announcements, all that sort of thing, and we'll put it here on the news. In the meantime, the next news is as it happens, we hope, and updates are as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.